revolution.
Bookmarklets on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check. Complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome to the Informant podcast. Pistol Pete from Stockholm. I have with me tonight Jana Mig Death by Gucci and Jennifer the Mafia Wars Loot Lady. And somewhere in the hopper is Mike Nesta.
In the house.
In the house. What's up?
How's everybody?
Doing pretty good.
Busy.
Yeah, it's
Gearing
been
up.
a crazy week. Thank God it's almost over.
Yeah.
And then we have another one. Oh, God.
There'll be no time. Santa will be here.
Yes, my house is looking forward to it. So we have a special Christmas plant. It should be really good. Mm-hmm.
A special
I'm even
Christmas
gonna bake.
plant?
Planned.
Oh,
No.
planned. I got you. I thought you
the
said
plant,
plant.
I think, is poisonous to the cat or something. Something like that.
Poinsettia.
Yes, no poinsettia.
Yeah, they're
Poinsettia,
poisonous.
yes.
Poinsettia, yeah.
Yeah, poisonous to cats, so we're not having that this year, but
And if you have something poisonous, that's what the cat's going to want.
Yeah.
exactly what they
You
want.
could have like 10 of a different plant and it would hone in on the poinsettia.
We can put it in a distillery.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
I can't. I avoid using that term.
I love it when you try.
Well, sometimes I forget. I don't know how to say it, and then I'll say it wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh.
Oops.
I like it. So what's going on, Pete? Has anything changed this week in Spock? I know Mafia Wars itself has been insane, so.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're working on a couple of different things. One that's probably worth mentioning is we're working on a family robber for the new family properties.
Nice.
So that's in the works, and we'll see where that ends up going. So that's something, we're
And
in the hopper.
the hopper.
I
Um,
think about it.
Yeah, it's
But the problem is you can't find a living family because of a bug.
Oh, no. Really? It figures.
Yeah. I'll explain that when I go over.
yeah. That's
I'm
why
counting on it. Good.
I was kind of
Sweet
hesitant on what I
pasta.
wanted to talk about until because we haven't even really talked about the family property yet. And then probably the other thing that I'm gonna take a couple of seconds to talk about is we've been toying with the idea. Our analyzer is now becoming a little bit more relevant. I mean, it's always been relevant, but more relevant now because as part of the family properties, you got to kind of offload your crap. And, you want to offload some decent crap, but you don't want to, get rid of your best stuff that you're not going to be able to potentially get back. And I think some people are probably going to jump right in and just throw, because Zynga makes it so difficult to find the items, because you have to scroll through that list over and over and over again.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
There needs to be a filter thing there.
Yeah, they need a search.
Or a
Like,
search, yeah.
Exactly.
They have one in the inventory, so I don't know why they can't add one to that.
I don't
Add
know.
it.
Yeah, add it now.
Add it.
Anyway, so
Please.
we've been toying with the idea of revamping the analyzer that we've created and extending it a little bit further to basically collect stats of players in the community and then be able to kind of aggregate that data and then dump it back, not on an individual basis, protecting the anonymity of an individual, but on a aggregate basis, so that this way you could actually find out how you compare to others of your level and some other things, make some points of comparison. So we posted that out as a question to the Spocks on the Stockholm wall, and we're getting good feedback that people would like to see something like that. And we're just having an internal struggle on whether or not, and how we want to collect that data, to protect the innocent. We've never used any data and never would use any, on an individual basis, for our own benefit as a family. So, I mean, there's a trust factor there that we wouldn't want to, blow, I guess. So,
Right.
So we're just thinking about that and how to approach it, and that may be the next big thing that kind of comes out of the Stockholm realm is an advanced item analyzer. with
Nice.
comparison of, how you compare to others in the community. So that's kind of brewing there in the works. I'm trying to think if we've had anything else. There was a lot of people had some questions about the Facebook remove friends, and for those that don't know or don't remember what that is, that's the one that after you use your Mafia manager, it lets you take the Facebook IDs of those people that are not in your actual Mafia and may never join, and it lets you remove them as friends off your Facebook wall, kind of in batch. Well, we ran into a problem, and it was kind of an unusual thing because it gets back to the secure version of Facebook and the non-secure version of Facebook. And see, I'm still running a non-secure, so when I was running tests, it was working perfectly fine for me. And Martin did find out that that was the issue and has patched that so that those that are on the secure Facebook, they'd actually go ahead and get their be able to get that script to work properly. And then I guess to the point about the Facebook secure or not secure, I think it's really a preference. I mean, you're putting a lot of public information out, so unless you're on a public network where someone has the potential to sniff out what your username and password is, I don't know that you'd have to worry about it too much, but it's probably better and safer if we really thought about it to be on the secure version of Facebook. So that's my 2 cents on that.
That workaround came from a fan.
The workaround for the
Facebook friend removal thing.
Oh, to go
really?
to go to the
Yes,
unsecure.
he noticed that if he changed his settings, it would work.
Right, and that's why I said it was one of those things that we kind of overlooked. We dealt with it for a while there on the Zynga side because there were so many scripts that were breaking, but we don't spend that much time on the Facebook side because we only have like 1 or 2 scripts that work on the Facebook side, and so we didn't have. It was kind of an oversight, and so that's the reason why it was breaking. But yeah, it's
What
an
is it that
easy
does
fix.
work on the Facebook side?
Remove Facebook friends.
Oh, okay. And what, Switch?
Switch.
Oh yeah, I guess Switch. If you want.
And I'm trying to think because there's another one. Oh, well, it doesn't work anymore. We used to have
the scanners.
well, the Pistol Pete people picker.
Oh, there you go. You even said it nicely.
Yeah, the scanners work on the Facebook side, but they run in Mafia Wars.
Oh, okay.
I'm just talking about the ones that would load up in
That run
Facebook.
exclusively on the Facebook
Right,
side.
and
Okay.
I can't think of anything else now that would run that way. I'm kind of drawing a blank. Now we've got what I think in total 135 or 145 different Spocklets.
Oh, good Lord, really? I didn't
There's
realize
a
there
lot.
that
Every time I load up my toolbar, it's more and more and more.
Yeah, and there's some that we're finding that we didn't get out yet. Like there's Stream Scanner is one that's still not in the toolbar. I got to remember to put that in. I'll do that after this show.
Now you have to.
Yeah, and there's a few others that they haven't made their way out there yet. The robber for the family properties, or when that gets ready, will be released first to Golden Toolbar users.
And maybe people
So-
will have completely figured it out by then.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I think I have.
Well,
Okay,
then
I'm counting on that.
we'll let Jen address that here in a minute. I'm guessing because there's some new fight loot, we're gonna have to update the inventory group.
He already did.
See,
I think because I instigated it. I pointed out that Zynga didn't update the fight reward page. And then I said, I bet Team Spotcombe will beat them to it.
Oh, and I didn't.
Then 10 minutes later, Ike was like, inventory group's updated.
I
He's
love
like,
how his mind works. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Says I ain't wasting no time. And then, I did forget that, like in the Golden Toolbar, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it. I did briefly in the video that there's an option in there to turn on and off whether or not you see dead people. We should have come up with a really fun name with it. We should have called it what was it, that movie? The
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
We should have called it the
I
Sixth
think
Sense
so.
setting.
Yeah.
And then
The
we,
Sixth Senseinator.
Yeah, the Sixth Senseinator.
yeah, and then
That's what it should be.
yeah, and then this way you can turn on whether or not or you see dead people on your fight list or on your family battles and
That's
stuff
really
like
nice because I always accidentally click on the dead ones. And whenever you do that, the screen will pop up and you have to close it out.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, well, and it doesn't make any sense that if you're fighting people there's not an option to fight them, then why do you
It
even need
shouldn't
them
be
there?
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really like that option. Not that I manually fight very often, but when I need to,
Yeah.
that's one of my big problems because I go so fast that I just inadvertently click on a dead one.
Yep.
And you can't go back. Once you click, you're like, and you know it's what's gonna happen.
Yep. So I think that's probably it. I crammed through some stuff pretty quick. And I did forget this one too. The gift collector has been modified again to now include a accept all, and then you can go in and toggle which ones you want to accept or ignore, on an individual basis, but it's also got an accept all or ignore all option.
Oh, good. So you could just do accept all in one shot.
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, because
Yep.
I used that the other day and I was like, this is a pain in the ass to, I was just trying to get my family progression done really fast. I had like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I didn't care what I was accepting. I just wanted the points.
Right.
What do you do? Take an inventory history afterwards to see what all you got, or
There's a log. So after
Okay.
Yeah, it still shows you what you got on each
Okay.
individual item. I mean, it's like opening the ZMC. The only difference is it's faster and it's just cleaner.
oh, nice.
And you can do everything at once. Now, if I were Zynga, what I would probably do is just add an accept all or a checkbox option like we did.
Like
so
they do
that-
on some of their other games.
So that you can
They're-
go ahead and determine which ones and which number of items you want to actually open. And that is the cool part about the gift collector that I created too, was that, you can go in there and you could just put in, I only want 5 of these items, but I want to leave the rest of them alone. I'll ignore.
Get them later.
Yeah.
Well, now that there's what we were going to talk about, they did increase the gift limit. Not that's inside the ZMC, so now that you have some room to work with, that will be even a better feature.
Yes,
Yep.
thank you
Yep.
very much for that one.
I know everyone's happy, but it was increased to 250, and you can still only accept 200. But they did make a blog post stating that it's under consideration of raising that limit to 250, so it matches.
Yeah.
Good.
But I still like Pete's idea the best. We
The
have
501.
Yeah, we have 500 Mafia, so why can't it be 500?
But I understand they've got a delicate situation on their hand, because if they let you collect too much, then you get some people that will go out and exploit and just,
Well,
but
probably already are.
but yeah,
So-
and I kind of hesitated mid thought, because it's just like, who cares,
It's not like there's anything that great.
Well,
Yeah,
and they
you
put
get the wish
limitations.
list items, but that's limited to once a day.
Right, and you put the limit on how many items, how many gold mystery bags when those come out, or harvest bags or whatever, to 20. So it's not like you're going to be able to have this mass influx of these specialty bags that are going to give you all these really good things like skill points or reward points or whatever else. So yeah, in essence, who cares?
Maybe
So-
we'll get Santa bags.
But it certainly would help in like this family thing. Again, we're talking about without talking about it yet is all these artillery shells. Well, if you got 501 people in your Mafia and you're sharing the artillery shells, you could get quite a few of your artillery shells that you need to build up your property.
Those are limited to 20 a day.
I know,
Yep.
but I'm saying that
It should be more.
I think it should be more.
Yeah, it would make things easier.
Now, the downside is that they don't want you to go through it so fast, but again, who cares?
Exactly.
If a person chooses to go through it that fast, then it really shouldn't be for them to worry about. I don't know. Well, that's enough for me. I'll be off on some tangent and rant here in a minute, so.
Oh, we have
look
lots
forward
of
to that.
tangents.
Well, what's up, Jen?
Well, there's a whole bunch to talk about, but I think the main
Do
thing
we need to
causing-
take notes?
probably
Okay.
and it could change. I don't know. There was a lot of confusion when this family property was introduced, and people are still confused, but I'll try to summarize it pretty quickly. I think I got it. I called my walkthrough a pseudo walkthrough because I didn't really feel 100% confident while doing the post. But it helped talking to people, and Ike's always trying to figure stuff out, and so he was peeking in the back code, and we figured some things out. But basically, and the simple version of it all is you need artillery shells. They're the consumable. You need those to upgrade, and you need those to heal. So you're at full health, you're at 100%, and only when you're at 100% can you add those artillery shells to your upgrade. So to get from level 1 to level 2, you need 1,000 parts, and those can only be added when your health is full.